All right, hello all, and welcome to Alyx's World, a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I am your host, Alyx, just Alyx. Ladies and gentlemen, I am a happy AEW fan. It feels like the company is back in business. The buzz is back. We had the return of the House of Black. Good to see Malachi Black, and of course, Buddy Matthews and Brody King and Julia Hart all looking good. But most importantly, Malachi Black, who left on a mini sabbatical, mental health reasons. It's so good to have him back. We also got the announcement, and I want to thank her too personally. Thunder Rosa has agreed to relinquish her AEW Women's Championship, which means, that's right, Jamie Hayter is your official AEW Women's Champion, and Toni Storm will go down in the record books as an official AEW Women's Champion. I think that was the best call for everybody. I'm happy Thunder Rosa and Tony Khan came together to make that decision. I think it really does help the women's division, because that interim championship bullshit, it needs to die. No more. No more. If you get hurt, just give up the belt. If you can't come back within a month's time, give up the belt. Simple as that. No more interim champions. We gave it a shot. It didn't work out. So, personally, I'm so happy that I can call both Toni Storm and then, of course, Jamie Hayter, AEW Women's Champions. Official AEW Women's Champions. But ladies and gentlemen, we all know why you're here. The real reason you're here is that Elite versus Death Triangle match. And I'm not just talking about the wrestling. Although the wrestling was fantastic. Everything they did in that match. Everything they did in that match was phenomenal. Just like their match at the pay-per-view. The crowd... We're in Chicago, so you shouldn't be surprised. But the crowd booed them. Completely took a steaming pile of shit on the Elite. And the Elite, to their credit, played it to a T. They played the heels excellently. They did all sorts of references to CM Punk. You got Kenny Omega doing the taunt of go to sleep and then hitting the go to sleep. You had Matt Jackson trying the buckshot lariat and botching it. Referencing CM Punk botching the buckshot lariat at the pay-per-view against Hangman Page. Hilarious. Just good shit all around. Yeah, man, if we're going to do it, if we're going to reference CM Punk, we should go ahead and bring him back. And you know what? This is the part where your boy gets in trouble. Because I'm going to say things that you won't ever hear any of my colleagues say. Because, see, my colleagues... All due respect to Solid Monster, JD from NY, Good Mic Work, and many others here in the YouTube space. Most all of them are saying CM Punk won't be back and should not come back. If you watched tonight's show, if you watched this crowd, despite the fact that it's Chicago, it doesn't really matter. If you watch the pay-per-view and then tonight's show, and you see how invested the fans still are in CM Punk, you see the Young Bucks. You see Kenny Omega referencing CM Punk, acknowledging what's happening with him biting the arm of Pac, doing his finishing move. So we're taking shots at CM Punk openly. We're not even hiding it anymore. And you know what? Good. Awesome. Then bring him back. And you know what? I think he is coming back. I think Tony Khan, at the end of the day, when he's healthy and he's ready to come back, he will bring CM Punk back. He should. He better. We all need to move on from this. We all need to come together, let bygones be bygones, water under the bridge, let CM Punk come back, apologize. It won't be that hard for him to apologize. I fucked up. Shouldn't have done that. My bad. I'll learn my lesson. Keep him on a short leash. For real, keep him on a short leash. Tell him don't do that shit ever again. If he does it again, fire him. Don't buy him out. Just fire him. And then once that's settled, Let's make some goddamn money. CM Punk versus the Elite. Are you serious? This is the hottest feud in wrestling. Well, it's the hottest unofficial feud in wrestling. Imagine the business CM Punk and the Elite can do. Whether you involve FTR or whether you involve Colt Cabana. It doesn't matter how many parties are in this. You can bring in Hangman Page for all I give it. It doesn't matter. You are sitting on a gold mine. And we're going to throw that away because people are talking about, what's the argument people keep bringing up? Well, you can't trust him. How do you bring him back from that? Okay, what happened at the media scrum hurt CM Punk more than it hurt anybody else. The Elite are back. They're not injured. They're perfectly fine. He didn't end any careers. Ace Steel ended his own career. He's done. And apparently the Elite don't mind referencing him, don't mind talking about him, so why can't you? Well, we can't talk about CM Punk, but they can? Yes. I keep saying it, and I'll keep saying it. The media scrum was an embarrassment to CM Punk. It made him look bad, and he will need to make amends. But don't fire him. Let him come back, let him deal with the heat, and let him be a professional about it. Why would you take this angle and throw it away over some bullshit that doesn't even matter anymore? We keep talking about it, and it doesn't seem to register to some people. That whole media scrum started because the Elite blamed CM Punk for Colt Cabana not getting TV time, and Tony Khan just admitted he wasn't getting TV time because of CM Punk. He was getting TV time because of Tony Khan. So the whole media scrum thing was for nothing. It was for nothing. So let it die, and then use what happened and turn it into a storyline. And I got people calling me immature. How am I? Excuse me? I'm immature. See, this is the part where I have to call out fans who for some reason are projecting this unreasonable, groundless hate on CM Punk. Listen, I know it's social media. I get that people hate their lives and they need someone to use as a punching bag, and they've latched that on to CM Punk. CM Punk is their punching bag right now. They need someone to get mad at and something to get mad at, and so they chose CM Punk. Fine. Okay. Sure. Whatever the fuck. Why don't you do that while he's here in AEW? You can hit him all you want while he's on TV. Just turn him heel. Why would you fuck over AEW and tell them to fire him? Let me ask you guys this. CM Punk gets fired. Who does that hurt overall? That hurts the AEW roster because he's their biggest draw. And let me get to this argument really quickly. What about locker room morale? What about the locker room? Oh, people don't like CM Punk. Let me tell y'all something real quickly. And I keep referencing this because some reason this gets overlooked. What CM Punk said and did was to Colt Cabana and the Elite. He didn't talk about Chris Jericho. He didn't talk about Daniel Bryan Danielson. He didn't talk about Claudio. He didn't talk about the women's division. He didn't talk about the tag team division. He didn't talk about anybody else except the Elite and Colt Cabana. Why are these locker room people upset at him for? It makes no goddamn sense. What is it about CM Punk ultimately that's hurting the locker room morale? What I'm hearing is we got these clique members that support the Elite. He hurts locker room morale. All he has to do is come in and apologize. That's it. Hey, my bad. I understand that made you guys look, including Tony Khan, it made you guys and Tony Khan look bad as a company because I represented you as a world champion. My bad. I learned my lesson. Let me make up for it. And then that's it. That's all he has to do. He has to own it. He has to apologize and then do the work to earn the respect back. That's it. That's it. That's all he has to do. Yes, keep him on a short leash. Let him know, man, if you do that shit again, you're gone. But ultimately, if he comes back, then what's the fucking problem? Locker room morale. Let me tell y'all something. Half of these people mad at CM Punk, and I'm going to assume it's the people on the indies and friends with the Elite, right? Half of them haven't even drawn a goddamn dime from AEW. Yeah, I'm going to say it. They don't even come close to the drawing power of CM Punk. And if I'm Tony Khan, and I bring in CM Punk, and CM Punk apologizes, and they still have an issue with it, get the fuck out. Bye. Bye. Go have fun on NXT. Let me make some room for Miro. Let me make some room for Andrade when he comes back from suspension. Let me make some room for all these other ROH talent that I think are better than you any fucking ways. Let me make some room for Samoa Joe. Let me make some room for Wardlow. Let me make some room for all these other women's wrestlers that don't get TV time. Let me actually make some room for talent that wanna fucking beat here and ain't fucking snowflakes. Locker room morale. Really? So we're not even gonna give him a chance to come back and make amends? We don't even know what he's gonna do yet. If he comes back, apologizes, and wants to make amends, wants to work a few with the Elite, and they do it, and it's great, and it's making us money, who are you to then say, oh, I don't want him here because I have an issue with them and locker room morale? Shut the fuck up. Locker room morale. Anybody that's a supporter of AEW saw tonight and went, you know what? If he's willing to come back and work as a locker room mate, as someone that's gonna help grow the company, is gonna really truly push us forward, then let him back. The fans want him. The fans miss him. They're clearly still invested. We're getting fuck CM Punk chants and CM Punk chants. The Elite are catching heat because of CM Punk. What are we doing? What are we doing? We're just gonna let this go because of a fucking media scrum rant? Him throwing a hissy fit over 4 people? Well, Colt Cabana, the Elite, okay, 5 people. So, Hangman Page too. But again, it's just a handful of people. All of them are fine. They aren't hurt. Hangman Page did get hurt, but that wasn't because of CM Punk. That was for something else. But I think we're fine. We can bring him back. Yes, under certain conditions. Yes, with the idea that if he does it again, if he breaks any rules, we let him go. But letting him go at this point, ultimately, is just going to be a benefit to WWE. And you know what? I see someone in the live chat telling me, well, what if some people threaten to leave? I mean, let's be honest here. Who could actually leave that could hurt the company? The only person that I think that can pull that card is Chris Jericho. Bryan Danielson ain't pulling that card. Jon Moxley isn't pulling that card. And I doubt Chris Jericho would even want to leave over CM Punk anyways. Let's just call it like it is. Everyone trying to tell me that CM Punk is going to hurt the locker room. No, he isn't. I think Tony Khan would rather fire him before he lets that happen. If Punk is willing to play a game, let him come back. The locker room morale bullshit, y'all can keep to yourselves. Because for that argument to even work, you're going to argue that 90% of the locker room hates CM Punk. If you read reports, that's not even the case. It's not even that big of a portion of the locker room. There are some people that still like CM Punk in AEW. Believe it or not. FTR being one of them. Bryan Danielson being another person. Christian being another person. You're gonna assume the entire locker room hates CM Punk? Calm the fuck down. So if anything else, the people who will do an uprising and be like, oh well, I don't want to work because CM Punk's here. Half of them don't even draw a dime any fucking ways. So bye. We have too much of a bloated roster anyways. This is the part where Tony Khan needs to pull his pants up, look them in the fucking faces, and go, if he's willing to play ball, you should be too. You got an issue? There's the door. Yeah, throw away your contract. Throw away your easy schedule. Lose all your goddamn money over a media scrum that had nothing to do with you. Grow the fuck up and let's make some money. Quit robbing the fans of their entertainment. Clearly fans still care about CM Punk. They're not going to stop chanting him. So let's bring him back and let's make some goddamn money. Let's just move on. Can we move on? We're not going to stop talking about Punk. We're not going to stop mentioning what happened at the media scrum. So you might as well make some fucking money off of it. Because if you don't, someone else will. One way or another, money will be made off of the media scrum. It's either going to be here in AEW or in WWE. You make your choice. I'm tired of this bullshit. I'm tired of people getting all up in arms over some shit that doesn't even matter anymore. Well, it's gonna hurt AEW. It's gonna kill the company. It didn't. We got over it. Everybody's back. So let's move on. It's time to move on. It's time to have some fucking fun again. I'm reading the live chat because I'm pretty sure if we got even one person in here telling me that I don't get what's going on. So far, everybody seems to be in agreement with it. I had one person telling me I'm missing the point. What point is there other than these guys are choosing to move on? And you know what? I'm going to talk about them later on. You know what? I was going to talk about them later on. Let's just talk about it now. Kenny Omega. Even Kenny Omega, during an interview with Sports Illustrated, straight up came out and said, let it go. Omega said it. He came out, said, let it go. Remember, we're all just artists trying to produce the best television possible for our fans. He said that. And I'll get more into that when we get into the review, because I do want to talk about it. It's very important. But yeah, like, even the people involved are saying, move on. Now people are telling me, well, how do you know CM Punk is going to want to play ball, that he'll make an apology? Okay, well, that's on Punk. See, this is all assuming CM Punk is a professional, is an adult, and will apologize. I don't see why he wouldn't. It's just an apology. I think he realizes what he did was wrong. So there you go. If he can come out and he can say he was wrong and he can apologize, then we'll get there. It's not that hard to do. It's just, yeah, that media scrum was not the best version of me. I don't condone what I said. Everything I said was horrible. I should not have done that. Let's move forward. Simple as that. Even if he doesn't think he did anything wrong, it's not that hard to apologize and say, even though personally I was attacked and felt like I was defending myself, I can understand what I did hurt AEW's business in the next 3 months. Because what I did killed what could have possibly been a great show for you guys, a great run for AEW, and hurt their business for the next 3 months because of what I did. You know, there's so many ways he can go about it. There's so many ways to apologize. It's not that hard, okay? It's really not that hard to make an apology and just move forward. Whatever it needs to happen, just freaking do it. Do it. Make some money, move past this, and let's get back to AEW being fun again. Yeah, might as well. The Elite are making fun of it. Let's just move on. Scroll the fuck up and make some money. That's the hashtag. Grow the fuck up. Let's get to this review. This is the first time you're watching me. Do me a solid favor. Like the video, subscribe, click that bell to catch all my content when it comes out. While you're at it, help expand the brand. Doing the following things. Join the membership today. Click that join button and get the opportunity to request a video of your choosing, whether it's a live reaction, a hot topic, or a review, past, present, or future. Also, don't forget to give thanks. Hit that super thanks if you would like to donate after the fact. Real quickly, my interview with Maria Kanellis Bennett, the First Lady of Professional Wrestling, is up. It's officially up for YouTube members. It will go live for the public tomorrow for Thanksgiving. So while you're eating your turkey, you can watch the actual interview live when it pops up on YouTube. I'm going to set it for noon. For noon. It'll be set for noon. So check that out when you can. But yeah, that's going to be, it's going to be a hoot. But you can also, let me get to it. Here we go. Like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter at Just Alex Central. Give me a follow on Instagram, give me a follow on Spotify, and give me a follow on TikTok. For I am the tickest of the talkest. Donate using PayPal, Patreon, Cash App, Venmo. And yes, Super Chats are officially on. You can donate at any point in time during the broadcast to get your thoughts played live on the air. Email me at justalexsworld@gmail.com for business inquiries, just to say hi, and please get yourself a t-shirt today at Pro Wrestling Tees and Teespring. Get you an old school Deluxe Man t-shirt, get you a new school Alex's World t-shirt, but most importantly, get you a blonde hair, blue eyes, apple pie. America, the remix t-shirt made by Jon Moxley, Firestar Heart. All this down below in the description box. And today's sponsor is Amazon Music Unlimited. I can get you Amazon Music Unlimited for 3 months free. For free. This includes podcasts. This includes music for your listening ears. How can I get this for you for free? How can I get this for you for free? How can I get this for you for free? What was that hard for me to say? I don't know. But I bet you're asking me, where can I get the hookup, Alex? Right here in Alex's World. Let's get a quick word from our sponsor, and then of course we'll get to some shoutouts. Today's video is sponsored by Amazon Music Unlimited, featuring 70 million songs and thousands of expert playlists. With Amazon Music Unlimited, you can listen to any song, anytime, anywhere, on all your devices. Smartphone, tablet, PC, Fire TV, and even Amazon Echo. Today, if you sign up using the link getamazonmusic.com, just Alex, you'll get a 90-day free trial that you can cancel at any time. Following that, you'll be paying a small $7.99 that includes no ads and no interruptions. Take advantage of this opportunity today using getamazonmusic.com, just Alex, in the description below. Hello, people. Hello. I'm sitting with a bigger audience than usual. So that's how you know the buzz is back. I always love it when we have a lot more viewers from my AEW streams, because that lets me know that the show was great. And I also like seeing a lot of green in the live chat, which means most of the members who are here on Saturday for the AEW Full Gear review, who got the crazy 50 membership, gifted memberships from former YouTube champion, Super Chat champion, nicknamed Mai. Most of y'all only watch AEW and don't watch Raw, because I thought that was interesting. I was sitting here on Monday like, where the hell is all the green? Okay, Nickname Mai said, so here's the thing. Nickname Mai said he did 100, but for some reason it only calculated 68. So maybe it's still backlogged. So whoever did get it, they had to accept it. But apparently Nickname Mai said he did 100 gifted memberships, but he only counted 68, which is, regardless, 150, I'm seeing a lot of green, which lets me know that most of you don't watch Monday Night Raw, or you don't watch WWE. But I'm glad you're here. You know who else I'm glad is here? The moderators. Should show some love to the moderators. Ultra, Sean Knight, Fires of Heart, Elias Demon, Godzilla Hawk, who help keep this a safe space for wrestling fans like you. We got ourselves some color. We got ourselves some super chats. So let's play these super chats really quickly.
Punk, MJF, FTR versus the Elite and Page sounds great.
Oh, come on. Oh, that would be so good. MJF would be such a great addition, especially if we're turning CM Punk heel. CM Punk and MJF. You love to see it. You love to see it. I am super excited to see what they do from here. I do think we're gonna go forward with CM Punk and the Elite when CM Punk comes back. I think you have to. You have to at this point. There is no if, ands, or buts about it. It's the best move for business. That's just how I feel. So let's go ahead and give these shout outs. I'm It's basically all green anyway, so I'm just gonna go down the road here. I usually would go with the YouTube members first, but since all of you are basically YouTube members, I'm gonna just call everybody out. Randy the freaking Ram, what's up? Higurashi, nickname I, of course, former Super Chat champion, YouTube member, nickname I. The Cerebral Assassin, Christopher Carter, Redhead Kingpin, G-Rock 44. We got YouTube member, Khalil Does Everything. Everything! Hey, Khalil, you think you can talk to the Elite and CM Punk and get them to work together? Good luck making that happen. That won't be easy, but I think you got it because you can do everything. Paid Enthusiast, Mr. Anthony. Right. We also got Ghoul Ward Order. Good to have you here, sir. Let me see. It's a lot of green. It's getting hard to see the other members. Leo Melanio, Seaback 66, Ashley Greer Crowder. Look at all this green, goddamn. You love to see it. But it's making it hard to do shoutouts now. The SS Ultimate Goku, Ray Perkins, Joseph Winters. Of course, we got Wrestle Spider. Wrestle Spider. We also got Raw Cuz. What's good, Raw Cuz? Psycho Walker, who I haven't seen in a while. If Psycho Walker is here, then I know Dynamite was good tonight.
With that 4v4 match, who would you add on each team for it to be one hell of a blood and guts match?
So you have the Elite, Hangman, Omega, the Young Bucks, Colt Cabana, Punk, MJF, FTR. Ooh, who would be the fourth member? I mean, you could turn Danielson heel and do that. Huh. What do y'all think? That's a good question. You turn Danielson heel. You can do Samoa Joe. Samoa Joe would be great. Never mind, Samoa Joe it is. How about that? Samoa Joe? Damn. I like that even better. Samoa Joe? Hell yeah. Samoa Joe, Punk, MJF, and FTR? Oh, man, that's a hell of a blood and guts match. Let's go. I'm ready. Y'all ready? Because I am. That sounds so goddamn dope. You can throw in anybody for that, by the way. It doesn't have to be Samoa Joe. I just think that makes the most sense. That's just how I feel. All right, let's get back to these shout-outs. Eric Means. We also got... is it Henry Enrique? Enrique. Enrique. I think I said it right. Tapu. Carlos Marenzo. YouTube members. Tapu. Carlos Marenzo. Quentin B. Blackman. See, now it's just all green at this point. Robert Brown. Sick Gamer 5. Phantasmo. Oh my goodness. Look at all this green. Adam Ritter. A-Rit. Adam Ritter. Mr. 420. Love that name, by the way. Good name. Flubba. Pikachu Black. Xavier Jackson. Oh my god, look at this. Nickname I says, we need blood and guts. Acclaimed, FTR, and Punk versus Colt Cabana, the Elite, and Hangman. Man. This is good. This is good. So, I'm loving it. I'm loving it. Oh yeah, Adam Cole would be great. Adam Cole, CM Punk. Yeah, that's hot. The more I think about it, the more I want it. Yeah, I'm excited. All right, y'all. So, Let me go ahead and stop here with the shout outs. If I don't say your name, it's not because I hate you. I do want to get this out because I completely forgot to do this. It is imperative that you guys like the video. So we have over 100 people here right now, which is a lot more than I usually get from my AEW streams, which lets me know that the show was actually really good. So while I have you guys here, please like the video. I am sitting at 56 likes. The more you like the video, the more opportunities I will get to be recommended here on YouTube, which will push this out through the algorithm and get people to see it more and help grow the channel. You don't gotta do anything else except like the video. That would make me happy. We got over 100 people here. Hit that like button. Let's get these numbers up. I think we can do it. I do think my AEW reviews can start hitting the same numbers as my Raw and SmackDown reviews. We gotta get these numbers up. So let me go ahead and pause Super Chats here. Let's get right to it. Let's get to AEW Dynamite. Before we get into the review, as I said before, Kenny Omega was in the news today for doing an interview with Sports Illustrated. I don't remember who was the interviewee. Or the interviewee does Kenny Omega. The interviewer is what I was trying to say. I'm just going to say Sports Illustrated. You guys can tell me who actually interviewed him down below in the comments. But let me find it really quickly. I want to actually get the quote. And oh, here we go. That was fast. So if you guys will come with me to my Facebook page. My Facebook page is actually climbing really, really fast to 10,000 followers. I noticed that my social media is blowing up because of my interviews with wrestlers. So my Facebook, my Twitter, and my Instagram is starting to get some traction now. And my TikTok is already like over 1,000 at this point. So although YouTube might not be growing as fast as I wanted, my other platforms are. So I'm excited about that. So here we go. Kenny Omega did an interview with Sports Illustrated where they asked him about the incident at All Out following the media scrum. Here's what Kenny had to say. He said the following, and I quote, "There are things no one can talk about. So I'd encourage people to let it go. It doesn't change that we want a team effort in AEW. I don't even mean myself. Implicitly myself and my opponent. Specifically, myself and my opponent. It also means the referee, the fans, the people who set up the ring, everyone. Even a technical error can ruin error is what I meant to say. Even a technical error can ruin the memory of a match. I can refer back to the exploding barbed wire death match. So I encourage people to move away from it because there is no information to be released. Though I cannot talk about it, I do want fans to know I still want the best for professional wrestling." Pause for a minute. Why is this so hard for Tony Khan to say? Real talk. Kenny Omega could say this. Why couldn't Tony Khan? Imagine if this came from Tony Khan. I thought people would be giving him trouble. Hey, look, we can't talk about the situation because of some, litigation, some legal matters. However, I do want to say all parties should come together and do what's right for the company. I can't speak for CM Punk. I can't speak for Kenny Omega. I just pray and hope when it's all said and done that we come together and do what's best for the company and ultimately wrestling. Like, it's not that hard. That's pretty much what Kenny Omega said. Should Kenny Omega start running AEW? Justin Barrasso, that's who interviewed him. Justin Barrasso. But let's continue. He's not done yet. Let's continue with this. Omega commented on Jason David Frank. Jason David Frank, who recently passed away. The Green Ranger, White Ranger, Red Ranger, Black Ranger. Well, the original Green Ranger, the original White Ranger, the Zeo Red Ranger, the Zeo Red Ranger, the Zeo Red Ranger, the Turbo Red Ranger, and then the Black Dino Thunder Ranger. Yeah, that's right. I told you I was a Power Ranger fan. Y'all didn't believe me. But yeah, he passed away, and Omega commented on it. The day after the pay-per-view, I was absolutely devastated by the loss of Jason David Frank. He's one of my childhood heroes. Oh, he watched Power Rangers too. I feel like me and him would be good college buddies. Continuing. That evening, there was a massive shooting at the LGBTQ club. Yeah! Jesus Christ, this week sucked. Oh my God. Jason David Frank, and then the shooting, the mass shooting. There was another one that happened at a Walmart. Oh my God. Where 5 people died is absolutely terrible. After such a tragedy, it puts everything into perspective. This isn't Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks against CM Punk. It is people trying to show off their craft. You can boo Kenny Omega or the Young Bucks. You can boo CM Punk. But I hope people don't forget we're human beings struggling to show our art. End quote. Kenny Omega is essentially saying, Kumbaya, let's come together, and like I ranted on for the last 15 minutes, let's make some goddamn money. If one of the participants in that backstage altercation, one of the people who CM Punk was going after, because he is an EVP, I think, not too sure if they still are or not, but let's just assume they kept their positions, Punk went after Omega. Told him that he couldn't run a goddamn target. And here is Kenny Omega saying, you know what? Let's make some goddamn money. Let's move past it. Let's bring him back. And let's make it work to our advantage. If Kenny Omega's saying it, why isn't everybody else saying it? Again, I respect Kenny Omega for understanding how business works. I cannot believe that Kenny Omega did a better job at this than Tony Khan did. Tony Khan is the CEO. He's the owner. And he was all like, I won't talk about it. I won't talk about it. I won't talk about it. Which actually made things worse. Omega just came out and said, look, I can't talk about what happened, but I will say, I hope we come together and make amends. That's it. That's it. That's all you have to say. Maybe Kenny Omega should be the freaking CEO. And you know what? I think that was the right call. I think that was the right thing to say, and I'm happy he said it. So give me your thoughts about that. Give me your thoughts about Kenny Omega. Once again, I think it's one of those things where Kenny Omega is thinking about the company first. I believe, ultimately, despite how he feels about the roster, he has come out and said he doesn't like everybody here, and that's okay. You don't have to like everybody that you work with, but he does care about AEW. He does care about producing the best possible television for us fans and for, the viewers that do care. At the end of the day, seriously, we all need to do what's right. Come together right now. Over me, boom, doom, 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 over me, and let's make some goddamn money for the sake of the company, for the sake of the fans. And I'm happy Kenny Omega sees that. Give me your thoughts about that. Zombified.
What I would hope for is a long drawn-out feud between Punk and Cabana where Punk, after getting a title, gets chased by Cabana for it for half a year or more while Punk finds ways out all the time.
I'm cool with that. And that will be how we get Colt Cabana. We give Colt Cabana his world championship. His first ever world championship. And only world championship. I'm cool with it. Good booking. Nickname I over here booking better shit than Tony Khan does. You love to see it. Everyone's telling me my volume. Is my volume too high? I think my microphone might be spiking, y'all. Give me a second. Am I too high? I should have asked how I sounded. Am I too loud? Because I think my mic might be spiking a little bit. Because I can turn me down and turn up super chats. Just let me know. It wouldn't take that much adjusting. In the meantime, AEW Dynamite. AEW Dynamite was live in Chicago, and Jesus Christ, Chicago was phenomenal. Love this crowd. They were into literally everything. When you got crowds like this, it makes it fun to go to an AEW event. I'm excited about what's going to happen this Friday, because they're taping Rampage this week. Thanksgiving, they should tape it. So I'm excited to see how that turns out. So I want to see. I will be here to watch Rampage on Friday. I want to see how that works. I do wonder, and I do have to ask this really, really quickly. For the fans out there who are there, because I do have people that do show up live. What is the atmosphere like? Because I know it's hot when it's live. When the show is live, it's a completely different atmosphere than when it's not. What is it like when it's taped compared to when it's live? I'm very curious to know if someone can answer that question for me. I'm assuming it's a different feeling when it's taped, but we'll see. Yeah, let's just get into it. I kind of want to go in order. Let's go from top to bottom. Let's kick this thing off hot. William Regal, Sir William Regal, is inside the ring, and he is getting his shit kicked in, figuratively, by the crowd, who is chanting, "Fuck you, Regal. Fuck you, Regal," for turning on the BCC, for screwing over Jon Moxley, his protege, his students. Well, Regal gets on the microphone and says, "We will hear from Mr. Friedman next week," because he doesn't have time for places like Chicago. Look at Maxwell Jacob Friedman. Maxwell Jacob Friedman, ladies and gentlemen, playing that John Cena role. You'll love to see it. How do I sound now, by the way? Am I still too loud? How about now? Is it better? Is it worse? Let me know. Yeah, for some reason the microphone is spiking for some reason, so I turned me down just a little bit. Hopefully that fixed it. I think we're good. But yeah, he basically said MJF will show up next week because he don't got time for us. And then he's interrupted by Jon Moxley. So we're thinking, ooh, you fucked up. Moxley's about to kill you. Moxley is gonna kill... Not so much, because Bryan Danielson came out and stopped him. And the crowd's booing Danielson. And then this is when it gets real. This is when it actually gets... This is the shit I love about wrestling. So Danielson gets inside the ring. He's pushing Moxley back. He's telling Moxley, hold on for a minute. Look, he's an asshole. He's the devil, but he's also my mentor. When I was going through such hardship as a young kid, my father... Did he say his father passed away? Let me actually get these notes out. Let me see something here. He gets on the microphone. Danielson says he doesn't know why Regal did what he did, and that it was a bad thing. But both of us have done bad things before. And this is the point where the crowd's like, bullshit, you know. He's asking John not to hurt William Regal. Regal has a bad neck and 2 brain bleeds. Oh my God, 2 brain bleeds. Please don't hurt him. That sounds terrible. Bryan asks him more. He asks him to stop, and then he ends up slapping Jon Moxley. And that pisses off Moxley even more. And Bryan's like, okay, my bad. Sorry, I lost my temper there. And they're booing him. Now they're mad at Bryan. And he's like, I don't care if they're booing me. But, you know, Moxley knows the struggles Regal deals with. And he also talked about, that's when he talks about his dad. He said when his dad struggled, he didn't understand, and only one person could teach him, and that was William Regal. And for the last years of his life, before his dad passed away, he did pass away. Okay, I wanted to be sure I wasn't getting any misinformation. Bryan was able to love him because of Regal. And asked Moxley to imagine someone teaching his daughter to love him. And that's when Moxley just calmed down. He turned around. He's showing remorse. He's fighting with himself. Takes a deep breath, looks back at Regal and goes, "Run." And Regal ran. There you go. You love to see it. You love to see it. The ascension, the fall of the BCC. So I'm curious to know what happens here. Who goes with William Regal? It's clear to me that Moxley is not. I think Moxley is clearly going to do his own thing. But I am curious to know where this all leads. You know? Man. This is powerful. Like, you got literally 3 of the best talents ever in wrestling working a storyline that has all the potential to do some great things. If I had to guess where it leads, I would imagine Wheeler Yuta probably turns and joins with Regal, and I would think with Regal and MJF, because they have respect for each other. Bryan Danielson and Moxley go their separate ways and they do other things. I don't know. Maybe Bryan Danielson joins with MJF. Maybe the BCC still remains the same, but then they kick out Moxley and replace him with MJF. Damn. That would be crazy. Something to think about. So I'm curious to know where this leads. Always good to have good storytelling. Speaking of good storytelling, backstage, Renee Paquette is with Keith Lee. Oh, bask in his glory. Renee Paquette is talking to Keith Lee, and before he can get a word in, here comes Swerve Strickland. They get face to face. Keith Lee says, "Choose your words carefully." They have all come to the great circle of life. Mufasa. I'm sorry. Anyways, Swerve turns to the camera, puts his hand over the camera, and then you hear, "Let's talk." And the segment cuts. You're like, oh, they're gonna make us wait for it. Good, make us wait. Make us wait. Let's play this out. Let's play this out a little bit longer. We got plenty of time to work it out. Orange Cassidy took on Jake Hager. Very fun match. It was about Jake Hager's hat. That freaking Backstreet Boys hat that he was wearing. Backstreet's back, everybody. Yeah. Rock your body. Essentially. And then that was the entire premise of the match. Jake Hager's hat. Orange Cassidy does beat him, does roll him up and pin him. And I think that's about it. Nothing really else to... Nope. Psych. That's a lot more than what just happened. So, QT Marshall's group comes out. And QT Marshall is talking. No one cares about what he's saying because it's QT Marshall. Oh, but then the lights go out. And you're thinking, okay, well, Danhausen, right? Because he's evil Danhausen now, right? The lights come back on and you see Julia. As soon as you see Julia, you know exactly what happened. Chicago lost their minds and the House of Black appeared and beat everyone's ass. Everyone got their shit kicked in. The House of Black, this is involving Malachi Black, Aleister Black, Tommy fucking End! Tommy End coming back from his sabbatical. Mental health recovery. Good to have him back. Buddy Murphy. Buddy Matthews also being back. Brody Lee. Everyone looks good. Everyone looks great. The crowd loves it. We needed this. This is the type of shit I love seeing. Good to have these guys back. Please book them on the regular. On the regular with good storytelling. No excuses. And no exceptions. Good to have them back. I'm so happy they're back, man. So I'm assuming the next feud is between them and the Best Friends, right? Awesome. That sounds great. Malachi Black versus Orange Cassidy for the championship? Hell yeah! And I think they're giving him more creative control. I hope so. I would love for Malachi Black to have more control over his shit, because he seems to know what he's doing more than what Tony does. That's for sure. All Ego Ethan Page versus Absolute Ricky Starks. The finals of the tournament. Ricky Starks is all taped up, so you know it's going to be an underdog, scrappy type of babyface performance, right? And it was. Ethan Page basically made fun of him, ran circles around him, beat him up, and then Ricky Starks made a hardcore babyface comeback. And he wins with a spear. Not just one spear, but 2 spears. And let me tell y'all something. I've been waiting for this. I think a feud between MJF and Ricky Starks is exactly what he needs. Sorry, I can't make that bigger. I don't know how we can make that bigger, but that's as big as it's gonna get. Maybe if I hold on for a minute. If I did, we'll look at those stuff. We'll look at that stuff later. Yes, that was Jamie Hayter. Calm down. Yes, I know y'all saw Jamie Hayter and went, yay. Okay, well, that's about as big as I can make it. That right there. So yeah, MJF and Ricky Starks. Let me tell y'all something. The microphone work, it's already pay-per-view worthy. I would pay $50 alone for the microphone work. It's gonna be great television just to see them talk each other off on the microphone with MJF as the heel and Ricky Starks as that upcoming Rock-like babyface. He has vibes of young Rock, and I like it. So eventually Ricky Starks is gonna figure it out, and when he figures it out, oh my god, when Ricky Starks figures it out, it's gonna be phenomenal. I can't wait for it. So this is gonna be a great match. It's happening at Winter is Coming, right? Winter is Coming. That's in 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Because I think it's, let me see. I believe it's the 7th, right? Not the 14th, it's the 7th. So, someone look it up for me. And let me know what day is happening. But that match is taking place on Dynamite. And that's going to be great. So just give them microphone time. Next week, I can't wait to see what Ricky Starks has to say. It's going to be a come-out party for Pretty Ricky. And that's for sure. Can't wait for that. Is the Death Triangle Young Bucks match? No, it's not. It's it's that Bow Wow shit. Jade Cargill and Little Bow Wow. Well, it's not Little Bow Wow. It's Bow Wow now. There was some altercation that I did talk about. I posted on my Facebook and I put it on my TikTok too. Some altercation backstage at Bow Wow's, I think his concert or some event that involved him. Jade Cargill came up to him, was yelling in his face, and then security carried them off. So they were backstage talking about that. And we saw the return of Red Velvet. Red Velvet got a little bit of a kadonk-a-donk. Don't know where it came from, but I like it. So her, Layla Gray, Kiera Hogan, back as the baddies. And then, of course, they said we're going to do a baddie celebration next week. Jade Cargill talks some mess and then says, no comment. Mark Sterling, come in here, handle my business. Mark Sterling, smart Mark Sterling's all like, okay, no comment, bye. And before we go off, we see Kiera Hogan. He's all, oh, this is hilarious. Mark Sterling, smart Mark Sterling, turns to Kiera Hogan, one of the baddies, and shows her a contract. He's like, sign this. And she's like, okay. And he's like, thanks, you're no longer a baddie, bye. I'm like, what the fuck? I'm like, why didn't Kiera just, why would Kiera just sign it and not really look at it? That's just hilarious. She's like, what did I just sign? Oh, you're no longer a baddie. Bye. Okay. Damn, made her look stupid. Hilarious. So yeah, I don't know what they're gonna do with Kiera Hogan. That's actually kind of scary because think about this. Kiera Hogan was only relevant because of the baddies, so I don't know what she's gonna do now. Maybe she'll still be a baddie. We'll have to see. Then we get to it. The Elite versus Death Triangle 2. The second match of the Best of 7 series. The moment Wayward Sons hits, you hear the crowd boo the piss out of them. They are getting their shit kicked in figuratively by the crowd. CM Punk chants, fuck the Elite chants. It's a massacre. It is massacring. Massacre? It's a massacre. Hashtag massacre. No, it's a massacre for the Elite in terms of the fan reaction. And then of course Death Triangle comes out, and then the crowd loves them. So the people who cheat, people love, because they don't like the Elite. Even giving them an Ole chant. Ole, 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 you know. So the match is going on. The match is fantastic. The match is amazing. The match is fast paced. The references to CM Punk help drive it. Kenny Omega going for the Terminator dive, and then doing the go to sleep taunt before doing it. Great. And I noticed people were, actually there are people still mad, but I noticed people were getting angry on Twitter that the Elite were referencing CM Punk. Why? I love it. Matt Jackson trying to go for the buckshot lariat and then botching it, that shit's amazing. That shit is great. Like, why would you be pissed off about that? I love it. And then the biggest one is Kenny Omega hitting the go to sleep. But there were so many crazy spots in here. I loved that it ended the same way. Well, not the same way, but a similar way to how it ended at the pay-per-view. With Pentagon Jr. hitting the Young Bucks with a hammer. Well, the Young Bucks were going to use a hammer anyway, so you might as well... I'm just saying, you might as well have... Excuse me, you might as well have Death Triangle use one too. So we're just blurring the lines here. I think the Elite were baby faces at the pay-per-view, but they're heels tonight because it's Chicago. And I think they knew they were going to be heels, and they played into it. And I love it. I love that they played into the heel heat. And it was great. I thought it made my personal opinion, it made the match that much better. It made the match even sweeter. I enjoyed this one more than the pay-per-view match. Now imagine having this one at the pay-per-view. Jesus Christ almighty. Now we did get some fuck CM Punk chants. I do wanna talk about that. So let's not skip over that. We got some fuck CM Punk chants in Chicago. See, this is the part where I had to really, really consider CM Punk coming back as a heel. Because if he's getting heat in Chicago now, if he was still like totally loved and was received as a babyface in Chicago, that would have been a good litmus test as to why I think he should come back and still be a babyface CM Punk. But at this point, if he's getting heat in Chicago, fuck it. Turn him heel. I think he should be a heel when he comes back. Although I'm starting to get the sense that the Elite are going to be the heels, which I don't think is the right move. I think Punk should be the heel here. But alright. Maybe it'll be one of those things where we'll gauge it based off of the audience. I'll be a heel in this town, and I'll be a heel, the Elite will be heels in these cities. CM Punk will be heels in these cities. Kind of like with Shawn Michaels and Bret Hart. Anytime they went to Canada, Shawn Michaels was the heel and Bret was the babyface. But anytime they came to America, Bret was the heel and Shawn was the babyface. So, well, Shawn was technically still heel. Doesn't matter. We're going to just play it by ear to see what the crowd says. How about that? Make it work. But yeah, they deserve to be healed tonight. They deserve to be booed tonight, honestly. This was great. But Death Triangle actually advanced in the series 2-0 with the help of Pentagon, Cero Miedo, who used the hammer. It's just hammer time, apparently. Stop. Hammer time. It's just hammer time now. People just using hammers to win matches. So they're 2-0. The next match, I think, is in 2 weeks. Not next week, but 2. So one of these matches will end with the Elite getting the victory. I love it, though. Let's keep it going. These matches are phenomenal. They're great. But as much as Okay, we good? Sorry about that. Are we good? Are we good? Hi, guys. Sorry about that. I lost connection for about 1 second. I think we're okay. Don't know what happened there. We good. Hello. Hello, hello, hello. We back? We back. Okay, we back in this. We back in this. All good. Okay. Sorry about that. And I'm glad that I think what happened was the stream was like, no, Negro. No, Negro, you wrong. It's happening next week. Okay, then. It's happening next week. Okay, then. Damn. The next match is happening next week. Happy? God. It's fine. The stream caught me. The stream was all like, no. Back that up. Get it right. It's not happening in 2 weeks. It's happening next week. Fine. And I guess also winter is coming. It's happening on the 14th, not the 7th. We good? Okay, stream. You win. The stream said, nah, Negro. Nah, Negro. Get it right. All right, so back to what I was getting ready to say. What made me happy was... Okay. Are we back? Yeah, I don't know why it keeps going out like that. Okay, are we back again? I don't know why it keeps going out. I'm sorry, y'all. This is getting out of hand. Okay, are we back again? I don't know what's happening. See now the stream. See now my. Okay, see, and I lost the viewers on that one. See now I lost all my viewers. I'm so sorry, y'all. Oh my God, we back again? Yeah, that's why does the stream always screw up when I'm getting ready to talk about the good news? Okay, so we back. Let me just go. Let me just go into it. Let me just do it. I'm sorry, y'all. I don't know what's up with my internet. We probably just gotta reset it or something like that. But let me see if I can get through it this time. So Renee Burkett came out and made the announcement that Thunder Rosa will be relinquishing the AEW Women's Championship. Tony Khan called her to discuss possibilities, and he came to the conclusion that it's best if we have an actual present women's champion, not an interim champion. Thunder Rosa agreed, and as the professional she is, she said, nah, let's go ahead and get this belt back on. Get this belt back on television. And so, as a result... Sorry, wrong one. Try this again. I think we're good now. There we go. As a result, Jamie Hayter is now the official... Look at that fucking picture. Look at that beauty. Jamie Hayter is now the official AEW Women's Champion. Not an interim champion. She is the official, current AEW Women's Champion. The best call Tony Khan has made all night. That made me so goddamn happy. It made me smile. It really, really, really goes to show you that when it's all said and done, Tony Khan will make the right move. I think Tony Khan had his hands tied these past few months. I think he's still trying to deal with Ring of Honor and AEW, trying to juggle that. But I think ultimately when it came down to it, he made the right calls. And he will continue to make the right calls. This is a right call. I love Thunder Rosa. She's one of my favorite female wrestlers today. But you know what? If she can't be here, she should not be champion. She even said that. She herself said, no, absolutely not. I refuse to be a burden on this roster. And I refuse to not let these women have an actual present champion. Which is exactly what we got. We have a present champion. And that woman is Jamie Hayter. And as a result of Jamie Hayter now being the current women's champion, Tony Khan also made the announcement that this one also made me so happy. That Toni Storm's run can officially be called an AEW Women's Championship. So she won't just be an interim champion. She will actually have an actual Women's Championship reign. She is a former Women's Champion in AEW. And that makes me so happy. That by Tony Khan rectifying this whole Women's Championship bullshit, by making Jamie Hayter the current Women's Champion, he also made Toni Storm a former Women's Champ. And that's cool. That means what they did with her, what she did, matters at the end of the day. And I thought that was the best call. I thought at the end of, I think at the end of it, it was just for the best for everyone. It was the best for business, if you will. It was the best move for business. But yeah, I was so happy when he did that. Let me. I might have to speed run through the rest of this because I don't know if my internet's gonna last. But I was very happy when he announced that Jamie Hayter was the official women's champ. We had a 3-way tag. Willow Nightingale, and Sky Blue taking on Ty Mello and Anna Jay and Ty Mello, and then of course we had the women's champ Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker, DMD, in the third corner. Match was good, showcase of all the women, but ultimately it came down to our girls being Jamie Hayter and Dr. Britt Baker picking up the victory by pinning Sky Blue. Fun match. Good match. You can tell that Britt Baker is getting heat by simply talking for Jamie Hayter. Like, look, I'm a talk for her. You don't have to interview her. The spotlight's still on me. I still matter, but I'll show you guys that she's a champ. Yeah, she's a champ. She's the shit, but put the spotlight on me. I'm still the face of this division. She's such a good-ass heel. Britt is such a great heel. So eventually, you know, they'll split up and then they'll start to fight. We got Top Flight backstage. Top Flight confronting FTR and telling FTR they want a title shot this Friday on Rampage. That's going to be so goddamn good. Can't wait for that. That's going to be an awesome fucking match. Jesus Christ. I think that's about it with that. The Acclaim have a promo where Billy Gunn is removing the tape from his hands. He can now scissor again. Yeah, I know what I said. He can now scissor again. And then they're interrupted by Jeff fucking Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett. Nah, 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 nah. Where's this TNA again? I guess so. But you know what, Chicago? Chicago don't miss, man. As soon as he appeared, we got a fuck TNA chant. Fuck TNA! 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 Got to get one more in. Yeah, let me tell y'all something. That was hilarious. I was rolling. I hollered when they did a fuck TNA chant. Yeah. Newark did a TNA chant. Chicago said, fuck that shit. Fuck TNA. Fuck TNA. I love it. It was amazing. That's why Chicago's a great crowd. Yeah, fuck this bullshit. Now Jeff Jarrett's gonna be involved with the Acclaim. Ah! Why? God damn. No one asked for this. Who asked for this? Nobody, baby. But apparently we're gonna do Jeff Jarrett, Jay Lethal, and all the boys versus the Acclaim now. Yay! Main event, Chris Jericho versus Tomohiro Ishii. Oh my god, this match, my man. So Chris Jericho was fighting Tomohiro Ishii in the main event, and they started chopping each other. And I mean, like, seriously chopping the piss out of each other. And they do it for a long time. And it keeps going. And it doesn't stop. And it goes past a commercial break. And by the time we come back, Chris Jericho's chest is bleeding! His chest was bleeding! It was dripping with blood! The fuck? His chest was bleeding. The fuck? I've never seen someone shot so badly to the point that his chest starts bleeding. It was crazy. But this match was insane. I thought this match was phenomenal. Chris Jericho continues to have some of the best wrestling matches that I've seen people do. And it's actually helping that Ring of Honor championship. I personally think it's one of his best runs. You know, I kind of don't want it to end, but I know it has to end at the Ring of Honor show this upcoming week. Well, it's December 10th, right? Never mind. 2 weeks from this Saturday. Is it this Saturday? Yeah, 2 weeks from this Saturday. You guys gonna order it? I'm very curious to know who's gonna order that. I might come up here live for that. I don't know if I will. I'll probably do a recording. Depends on how I'm feeling. But that could be a good show. We will have to see. But yeah, like Chris Jericho, man, he's having such a great run with that belt. He actually makes it feel more important than the world title. Can I be real with you? The Ring of Honor world title feels more important than the AEW world title because of Chris Jericho. But yeah, he's having a great run with it. Tomohiro Ishii essentially gave him one of his best matches. That felt like a New Japan Pro Wrestling match in all the right ways. And he made Tomohiro tap out to the Lion Tamer. Not the Walls of Jericho, but the Lion Tamer. And I love that Tomohiro threw up the middle finger first before he tapped out. And that was it. Chris Jericho beats him in a great match. And then afterwards, Claudio shows up, knocks his ass out, and says, "I'll see you at Final Battle." So I'm assuming Claudio will get his belt back. As he should. Chris Jericho's reign is going to end. I want it to end, but then I don't want it to end. You know what I mean? Like, he's having such a good run with it. Alright. We'll go from there. But yeah, like, Dynamite was a great show. Let me tell y'all something. This feels like AEW is back to form. It really does feel like we've gone back to form for AEW. And we should keep this up. I cannot wait to see what comes next. I am salivating for next week. But ultimately, I'm salivating to see what comes from these stories. What happens with MJF next week when he confronts Ricky Starks? What's going to happen with Britt Baker and Jamie Hayter going down the line? What's going to happen with Swerve and Keith Lee? What's going to happen with CM Punk and the Elite? Because you know that's not going away anytime soon. Like, it feels like AEW is back. Better than ever. And I want to see where this goes. I want to see this buzz start to take shape again. I'm excited. I don't know about y'all, but I'm super excited about this. Are you? I hope so. So, yeah, nothing else to really add here. One of the best shows this year. I fucking love tonight. It was such a great show. Sounds good? Great. Awesome. That's what I want to say. So look for the preview with us this Friday. It's Friday. Sorry. Then, that's how you know I'm tired if I'm singing Friday. Then Saturday, of course, will be the last live stream that I plan on doing for 2022, which is a Survivor Series stream. And just so you guys know, the Super Chat Championship will be on the line. Can King Mike Tuds defend his belt? We'll have to see. So, I'm excited about that. And whatever else happens, just stay tuned for more stuff here in Alyx's world. So be sure you're subscribed to catch all my content. Please watch the interview with Maria. It's dropping tomorrow. You guys will love it. Other than that, thank you guys for watching. And always know you are welcomed right here in Alyx's world. A place that is, was, and forever will be a safe space for wrestling fans like you. I'm out of here. Deuces.